Hey millionaire, we all know you can't live a rock star lifestyle without money. All the sexy clothes, drugs and alcohol, fast cars, and smashed up hotel rooms can drain your bank account no matter how many arena tours you do. Countless rock stars have proven just how easy it is to go broke by living that way. But not all rock stars go broke. Sometimes a smart rock star comes along and actually holds on to his money. Or even better, some rock stars are so smart they use the cash they earn from sellout shows and invest in getting even richer. Those are the ones we're interested in today. Want to find out which ones lost it all? Watch our video on the dumbest rock stars who went completely broke. But to learn about the smart ones, stick around. Some of the names on this list are gonna surprise you. Number 8. Eric Clapton, $450 million. Eric Clapton is one musician who's almost more famous for his solo act these days, but he wasn't always solo. He's been part of some super famous bands like Cream, the Yardbirds, Derek and the Dominos, and more. And that's not even mentioning his collaborations with bands as big as the Beatles. He tragically lost his 4-year-old son when he fell out of a window of a Manhattan skyscraper. But luckily for his fans, Clapton put all his grief into his music. He has only ever earned money from his music and collaborations, including all the royalties from his songs being used in countless films. Rolling Stones magazine voted him the second greatest guitarist of all time. And he is the only person ever to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame a whopping 3 times. Considering he has no side hustles and an obsession with Ferraris, his $450 net worth is seriously impressive. Number 7. Keith Richards, $500 million. Nobody will be surprised to see the second most famous Rolling Stone on this list, guitarist Keith Richards. He's not only been voted 4th greatest guitarist of all time, but he's also so successful that he earned all of his money from music alone. He started the Rolling Stones with Mick Jagger, and they wrote all the band's iconic songs together. But he doesn't only work with the Stones. He has a solo career, another small act called the Expensive Winos, plus he's worked with more musicians than you can count. His only other job is also in the music industry. He's quite a prolific music producer, working with artists as famous as Aretha Franklin. Of course, he earns royalties doing that too, which adds to his huge net worth of about $500 million. Can you hit subscribe faster than these rock stars sell out all their tour shows? That gives you about 5 seconds. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep watching to find out which super smart rock star took our number 1 spot for being the richest rocker in the world. Elton John, $500 million. You know you've got a lot of cash when you can spend $40 million in a single year and still be one of the richest rock stars ever. But Elton John has had such a glittering career that he can get away with crazy spending. He's sold 300 million albums over the decades and still holds the title for the best-selling single of all time in the UK. In case you're wondering, it was Candle in the Wind. Plus, there was the Lion King soundtrack that has to have earned him loads of cash, and his Vegas residency that has been running for an unbelievable 11 years. The recent Rocket Man biopic earned him even more money. He has a current net worth of $500 million, but he'd probably have a much higher spot on this list if he just stopped buying so many expensive cars. Number 5. Mick Jagger, $500 million. Mick Jagger is about as iconic as any rock star could hope to be. As the lead of the Rolling Stones, one of the biggest bands of all time, Jagger has been at the center of music history since the 60s. The Rolling Stones were so big that he still tours to sold-out arenas today and has released 13 singles that reached number 1 over his career. He's also, unsurprisingly, had a super successful solo career. He's such a legend that he never needed a side hustle to earn his $500 million. His legions of fans are more than happy to hand him all their money to watch him perform. That probably explains why he accidentally developed a pretty successful acting career as well. He's about to turn 80 years old, but his fans will still be hoping they can keep buying tickets to his shows for a long time. Lucky for them, he doesn't show any signs of slowing down. Number 4. Bruce Springsteen, 500 million. Most of the rock stars on this list got super rich by having side hustles or investing their money, not Bruce Springsteen. He earned his $500 million by making loads of music. He's one of the best-selling music artists of all time with 135 million records sold worldwide. And he doesn't only tour as a solo artist, he's done shows with the E Street Boys, the Castiles, Earth, and Steel Mill. He also filmed 59 of his own music videos, which probably helped him get so famous during the MTV era. He's got 20 Grammys under his belt to date and, unsurprisingly, earned himself a spot in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Who's your favorite rock star? Do you know how much money you've spent on buying tickets to their shows? Tell us in the comments. And keep watching to find out who took our number 1 spot. Number 3. Jimmy Buffett, $600 million. Now, here's a name that's gonna surprise you. Many people might not even know Jimmy Buffett's name, but I promise he really is the 3rd richest rock star in the world. Still don't know who he is? I bet you heard your dad play his albums at family barbecues. Buffett's beach bum style made him famous, especially the song Margaritaville, which became a smash hit. But it's not his music that made him rich. Jimmy has more side hustles than you can count. He's written 3 books that became #1 bestsellers. He also writes music for movies and TV and occasionally makes on-screen appearances. He also released a video game, owns a beer label, has a partnership with an NFL team, and owns a record label. But his biggest earner is probably his chain of restaurants, bars, casinos, and hotels inspired by his hit song Margaritaville. That's a lot of work to get done in one life. I guess Jimmy really earned the $600 million that gets him the 3rd spot on our list. Number 2. Bono, $700 million. Bono kicked off his career when he formed the band U2 at the seriously young age of 16. Ever since then, he's been growing his net worth to a ginormous size. Of course, his band is seriously famous, but that's not the only way he made so much money. He used the cash he made in ticket sales to go into venture capital and other businesses too. That means even though he gives away loads of cash to charity, he's still got enough money coming in to keep him in 2nd place in the list of richest rock stars. He's currently worth $700 million. And finally, the smartest and richest rock star in the world is number 1. Paul McCartney, $1.2 billion. I guess you could have guessed there'd be a Beatle at the top of the list. Paul McCartney has been iconic since the 60s. 6 decades in the business can add up to a shockingly large bank account. It sure helps to be one of the most popular musicians in music history. But his fortune wasn't an accident. After the Beatles, he went on to build a giant solo career, releasing 6 albums that went gold and over 100 million singles. His song Yesterday still holds the top spot for the most covered song of all time. In case you're wondering, there are over 2,200 cover versions of it, and all of those artists paid rights to McCartney. He's also worked with people like Kanye West and Michael Jackson, and as a member of the band Wings. He also co-wrote a whopping 32 songs that made it to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 list. All of this has added up to a mind-blowing net worth of $1.2 billion. That doesn't just make him the richest rock star in the world, it also means he's the most successful rock star of all time.